All right, ready to dive deep. Today, we're tackling Ethereum. And before you think, oh, just another cryptocurrency deep dive, I promise we're going way beyond that. We're talking about tech that could revolutionize how we interact online, everything from contracts to entire industries even. We're diving into Ethereum's history and evolution, pulling from this really insightful educational article. By the end of this, you'll not only know your stuff about Ethereum, but you'll also understand why it matters, even if, you're not into the whole crypto thing.
It's kind of like the early internet days, you know? People knew it was a big deal but couldn't have predicted how it would change, well, everything. Ethereum has that same vibe, laying the groundwork for a whole new world of online possibilities.
Okay, so let's rewind to, 2013. Picture a young programmer named Vitalik Buterin. He's looking at Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency. And while he sees his potential, he's also thinking, we could do so much more with this than just digital currency.
Mm.
Buterin envisioned a platform that wasn't just about money, but about automating any kind of agreement or application, all without the need for a middleman, which was, a pretty radical idea at the time.
Absolutely. To grasp how revolutionary this was, think about how many things in our lives involve a middleman. Banks for transactions, lawyers for contracts, online platforms for buying and selling. Ethereum essentially said, what if we could cut out these intermediaries and create a more direct, efficient system?
So instead of going through a bank, imagine you and a friend could set up an agreement directly through code, where, say, you automatically get paid every time they listen to your killer new song online. It's all automated and secure. That's the kind of power Ethereum brings to the table. But big ideas need talented minds to make them a reality, right? Enter the Ethereum Dream Team. Gavin Wood, who created Solidity, the programming language that powers Ethereum. Joseph Lubin, a key figure who went on to found Consensus, a major player in the Ethereum world. And Anthony Diorio, the finance whiz who helped secure the project's initial funding.
And this is crucial, building a successful platform requires not just a brilliant idea, but also a diverse team with the right mix of skills. And a shared vision, of course.
Speaking of funding, they held what's called an ICO, or initial coin offering, back in 2014. They raised a staggering $18 million in Bitcoin, which, for context, was a huge GE amount back then. It really showed the early belief and excitement surrounding Ethereum's potential.
Yeah, it was a testament to their ability to articulate their vision and attract those early adopters who saw the future unfolding, so to speak.
Now, ready to have your mind blown a little? Let's talk about the technology itself, specifically smart contracts. Think of it like this.
Imagine programming like a vending machine. You put in your money, you make your selection, and boom, the machine automatically dispenses your snack, right? That's essentially a smart contract in action.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection.
Yeah.
So it's not about a literal contract, but about automating agreements through code.
Exactly. Ethereum allows developers to write these self-executing agreements into the blockchain. Think of the blockchain as a giant, secure digital ledger. Once the conditions of the smart contract are met, it's automatically executed. No middleman needed.
That's huge. So instead of needing a bank to process a payment or a lawyer to handle a real estate deal, these smart contracts could handle it all automatically.
You got it. Our source article mentions how this technology is already impacting things like supply chains, online gaming, even the art world. Really, imagine buying a digital art piece and every time it's resold, the original artist automatically receives a royalty payment. Smart contracts make that possible.
That's incredible. It's like a whole new level of transparency and fairness. But, and maybe this is naive of me, but what's stopping someone from, messing with these smart contracts? If they're just code, can't someone just, hack them?
That's a great question. And it brings us to a pivotal moment in Ethereum's history, the DAO hack of 2016. The DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, was like a decentralized venture capital fund built on the Ethereum blockchain. Very meta. It was a revolutionary idea, but it had a vulnerability.
Uh-oh. This is where that $50 million figure comes into play, right?
And unfortunately, yes. A hacker exploited a flaw in the DAO's code and siphoned off a significant chunk of its funds. It was a major blow to the Ethereum community, and it sparked a massive debate about how to address the situation.
So what did they do? Did they just say, well, that's blockchain for you, tough luck?
Not exactly. Remember, one of the core principles of blockchain technology is its immutability, the idea that the blockchain's history can't be altered, right? But this hack presented a dilemma. Do they stick to this principle even if it means accepting the loss? Or do they intervene to recover the stolen funds?
I can see how that would cause some serious division.
It did. The Ethereum community was split. Some argue that intervening would undermine the very essence of a decentralized system, setting a dangerous precedent. Others argued that the ethical and practical implications of the theft outweighed the need for strict immutability.
So how did they resolve this?
In the end, the Ethereum community voted in favor of a hard fork. Essentially, they created a new version of the Ethereum blockchain, one where the hack was reversed and the stolen funds were returned. However, a portion of the community disagreed with this decision and continued on the original unaltered blockchain, which became known as Ethereum Classic.
Wow, so there are now two versions of Ethereum because of this.
Exactly. It was a defining moment for Ethereum, highlighting the complexities of decentralized governance. Even with the best of intentions, there will always be disagreements and tough choices to make.
This hard fork situation sounds like something out of a science fiction novel. It really makes you think about the challenges and opportunities that come with building a new kind of internet. But even with this major setback, the Ethereum community didn't give up. They learned from the DAO hack and continued to develop and refine the technology. However, there was still a major hurdle to overcome, making Ethereum more user-friendly. It seems like using this technology back then wasn't as easy as it is now.
Yeah, you're right, it wasn't. Think about the early days of the internet. It was mostly, tech-savvy folks using command lines and, complicated code. Ethereum needed its own version of a user-friendly web browser for it to truly take off.
And that's where consensus comes back in, right, with MetaMask.
Exactly. Remember Joseph Lubin, one of Ethereum's co-founders? His company, Consensus, created MetaMask, which is a browser extension that makes interacting with the Ethereum network as simple as, clicking a button.
It's like the difference between trying to navigate a new city with a paper map versus having, GPS on your phone. MetaMask really brought Ethereum to the masses.
Yeah, it was a game changer for accessibility. Suddenly, anyone could use decentralized applications, manage their cryptocurrency wallets, and interact with this whole new world of blockchain technology, all with, a user-friendly interface.
Okay, so we've got this revolutionary platform, smart contracts, automating agreements, and MetaMask making it all accessible. What's next in the Ethereum saga?
Well, as with any growing technology, Ethereum started experiencing some, growing pains. The more users and transactions it handled, the slower the network became. It's like rush hour traffic on a highway. That's where Ethereum 2.0 comes in, a major upgrade designed to increase the network's speed, capacity, and efficiency.
Kind of like widening the highway to accommodate more cars.
Perfect analogy. One of the key improvements in Ethereum 2.0 is the shift to a proof-of-stake model, or POS. To understand this, imagine a lottery, where your chance of winning is directly proportional to how much money you put in. In the context of Ethereum, instead of using energy-intensive mining to validate transactions, users now stake their Ether as collateral to become validators.
So the more Ether you stake, the higher your chances of being selected to validate transactions and earn rewards.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more environmentally friendly than the old way of mining.
Absolutely. POS significantly reduces Ethereum's energy consumption, making it a much more sustainable technology. And then there's sharding, another game changer for scalability. Imagine taking that busy highway and splitting it into multiple lanes to handle more traffic flow. Sharding does something similar to the Ethereum network, breaking it into smaller, interconnected shards that can process transactions in parallel.
So it's like having multiple toll booths instead of everyone lining up for a single one.
Precisely. Sharding drastically increases transaction speed and throughput, making Ethereum much more efficient and scalable.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the early vision of Vitalik Buterin to the development of smart contracts, the DAO hack, the creation of essential tools like MetaMask, and now this incredible upgrade with Ethereum 2.0, it's clear that this technology is rapidly evolving, and it has the potential to touch every aspect of our digital lives.
What's exciting is that we're still in the early innings. Ethereum's journey is just beginning, really. As more developers, entrepreneurs, and users embrace this technology, we can expect to see a wave of innovation across industries.
It's like standing on the cusp of a new era, a new kind of internet. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Ethereum, here's something for you to ponder. If this technology can reshape how we handle agreements, money, and digital ownership, what other possibilities might it unlock in the years to come? It's a question worth exploring. And for those who want to take an even deeper dive, check out the article we've been discussing. You can find a link in the show notes. Until next time, keep those minds curious and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of tech and innovation.